morning, and welcome back to the Red 5 Tavern. How's everyone doing tonight?
Fabulous.
Awesome. And of course, we are continuing the Accursed Queen of Iron Bridge. And tonight, we are playing Chapter 7.
Damn. Already.
Music here. Yeah, already. Yeah, it's I thought too. That's 14 hours so far.
Jesus. Doesn't feel like it.
Exactly. All right.
And the music's perfect, and Aaron isn't here.
See? I actually adjusted the volume first. The spirit of Aaron is working through me.
He will appreciate it when he watches it.
Exactly. So, Chapter 7, Balgar Mine. From atop the seat of St. John, the heroes woke up to thick smoke coming from the area of Balgar Mine, Dewey's home. It isn't a Wyvern attack. What caused the damage, or who did? And tonight, we have the pleasure of playing with Kelly, playing Datari.
Hi, friends.
We have, back for the first time in a while, Dragon Buddy playing Grist. And then we've got Tina also returning after a little break, playing Torga. And returning again is Cody playing Eerie. Welcome all the players and everyone in the chat too. So thank you for joining us tonight. So before we get into where we're going to pick up from last episode, I'm going to take our little rewind and go back a few hours into the evening while you were all asleep. And well, Datari wasn't, because she had already had her sleep when everyone was doing all the work of trying to find the artifact that we needed. But that being said, so Grist, you wake up in the middle of the night, and you're woken by a hum. It's very sort of low. It's almost like it's rattling you. It's not necessarily an audible thing. It's you feel a hum or you hear a hum. It's taking you out of your sleep.
Something that has direction, like I can figure out where. Try to follow it.
So you sit up and you sort of take a look around. You see the small fire that you guys put together, and you see your party mates there all sleeping in various various areas. And you see Eerie basically slumped over two empty cups of mead or whatever, and looks very comfortable. And you see Datari sort of off to one of the sides, so just keeping an eye on things and walking around looking, but keeping doing her job there as on watch. And then you look back towards the sundial, and you see from that hole that you guys, that little area, is pulsating in red.
Oh, and I'm the only one that kind of sees this then. So
yeah, well, everyone else is asleep. Datari really isn't focusing on you right now. She's sort of looking around everywhere else, and you're just sort of sitting up and seeing it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna slowly get up and kind of. I'm not gonna walk directly towards it. I want to kind of sneak up on it, just to not raise alarm with anybody in the group as well.
So Datari, you realize now that Grist is awake and walking somewhat towards the sundial area. Mm-hmm. Sort of being ginger about it, trying to be, from what you can gather, trying to be quiet so everyone else can sleep or something.
I'm just going to stealthily watch him.
Okay.
I don't know what he's up to. I don't know Grist that well.
Okay. So, Grist, you come up to it. You're getting closer. It's not a bright red, but it's certainly a red that, is illuminating the ground area outside of it. And that hum that you felt is matched to the pulsating sort of momentum of that.
Okay. I'm just going to I'm just going to go right up to it and kind of inspect the ground that's there.
Okay, so you come up.
Light is coming from.
Sure. So you go up to the base where you guys were all working, You see the frieze, of course, and the pedestal and all that. It's not like there's a light on it. It seems to be emanating light, red. It doesn't look like a spell. It doesn't look. It's just random. But for you, it's obviously it's called to you.
Right. I have proficiency in Arcana. Can I kind of see what kind of magic might be within it?
So you start to study it, and you get sort of a little bit closer to sort of try and get a sense of what what its nature is. And as you start focusing on it, the hum sort of changes, but doesn't. It's sort of like a different pitch, and you get a vision slammed in your mind of an item, and it just like resonates with you, and you sort of stand back and you sort of shuffle away, and not expecting to see that, and you back up, and the pulsating is slowing, the red glow is slowing. And so, Datara, you see that. You see him sort of almost inspecting it and looking, and then sort of like hand motions of something or other, not incanting, but sort of studying. And then he suddenly like gets up and he's
Expecting.
Wayne's World.
Expecting.
And he sort of flies back and like stands back, and like from what you can tell from his back, like stunned, like something happened there. But you don't see anything. You're just seeing him, and he's basically looking at darkness. You don't see anything, but you know that the artifact is in there. But yeah. So
I was just going to ask because I also have proficiency in Arcana, so I was wondering if I saw any of this or
no. You saw nothing. You saw nothing of it.
I'm going to, because I'm stealthy, I'm behind him now, and I tap him on the shoulder. And
did you see that?
Are you
And
okay?
Did you see that? And I'm kind of pointing at the glowing, and it was, I don't know, it was like the mace of typo negative. Did you see that?
Sorry, friend. No. Are you awake or dreaming, or do you have a history of sleepwalking, or?
Not that I know of. That was a vision.
A vision, like Gibble and the dragon?
I'm not talking about mushrooms and belly buttons and such. I'm just speaking of like some magical weapon of something.
Was there a lady involved?
Unfortunately, no. It wasn't one of those kind of dreams.
No, I was just wondering if it, had a dragon, a lady laughing, anything about certain death.
Just a weapon, thankfully. Gibble can keep those, need for meat blankets at nights. I don't need any meat blanket.
No
it's
meat
not gonna
blankets.
help. No.
Okay. You're not scared or anything.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't need a meat blanket. That's all.
All right. Why don't you go back and take a snooze?
Now, is it still glowing? I look back at it.
No. As you look back at it, as you were talking to Datari, the item is as you expect. What Datari sees, just sitting in there, you hardly can even see it. It's so dark, and of course, it's in that little recessed area. So,
maybe I was dreaming. I don't know.
Wow.
Visions are usually never good, that I've found. So keep your eyes open for a big glowing red weapon.
All right. Ranger, if you have a journal in your in your pack. Just jot this down. When the others wake up in the morning, we might want to discuss it with them, or...
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I think it's time for a proper copper coffee pot to make some proper copper coffee.
Didn't want to take a long rest or anything?
I think I'm done sleeping for a little bit.
All right.
You won't be able to sleep.
I haven't roasted our new beans yet that my servant brought me, but I already have a pot brewed if you'd like a cup.
Yes, please.
All right. So I go over and get him a cup of coffee because I didn't see the smoke yet, so I didn't put our fire out yet.
Correct. So that's a great point. So you guys sit down and enjoy some coffee, and Grist, you sort of wrestling with what you saw and what you felt. And then we fast forward to the moment where Dewey was staring into Gatari's eyes. And he says to her, I need to get to my family. And of course, right now it's morning and everyone's sort of stirring. And he looks at her, looks at the smoke, looks back at everyone else, and essentially runs across the top of the seat of St. John to his pack. Mm-hmm. And as he's running, he shouts over to you, Eerie. He says, where are the steps? I need to get there as soon as I can.
They're standing over by Datari. She was looking down the steps.
Oh,
Eerie,
okay.
Eerie, wait. We'll all go with you. Safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers. One's a number!
Dewey, wait for the rest of us.
So he's packing up, and he hears, but he's just getting ready to his stuff and like very hastily packing everything up.
I try to hurry everybody up. I'm already packed, of course.
I'm packing.
I'm ready to go.
I'm packing.
I'm willing to
Throw away.
follow Dewey
good.
down. This doesn't look good.
I've got my mug. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Let's roll. Morning.
So you guys all pack everything up, and he's over by the steps and looking back at you guys, seeing that you're following. So he's going to take lead, and so given that it's going to be Dewey first, who's next? Just going down the steps.
I am.
Okay. Then
I'm next.
No
I'm
looking
next.
at my butt, dwarf.
Don't you tell me what to do.
I'm looking at all your butts.
Lucky.
Don't you have the best view?
Oh shit, Targa, did you remember the kids? You didn't leave them back there.
and
I'm not
of
in
course,
the mood for you this morning, Eddie. Not in the mood yet. Whatever.
You hear that? I'm making progress.
I'm gonna push him off the cliff before the end of the day.
And I
Not
won't
a
have
big
to walk
one,
down the stairs.
exactly.
Oh, wait
And,
a minute.
yes.
Sorry.
Wow. All right. Thanks everyone for coming tonight. That'll be at the end of the show.
Nice knowing you, Eerie.
Eddie at the bottom.
Wait, don't I get to roll for damage on that? I've got to be able to roll for damage.
It's
Funny, he grabs over like grass root coming out the side of the cliff.
you get a dexterity saving skill for how many times you bounce off the ground. And as we know, Eve took the artifacts, and he has that stashed away. He's also carrying the giant eagle egg as well still. So as you guys go down, we're going down these steps. Again, think Lord of the Rings, and just like these rough-hewn steps. And the way they're set up, now that you're on them, you can sort of see them very clearly, but you can see why these aren't used very often. They're just not very apparent, which is part of that part of the entire reason that they're not very known, but Erie knew them. So you guys, it's going to take several hours to get down this. That's how steep and high up you got, and you can't go fast, of course. So
it's not true. You can go fast. It's just not safe.
Very
Oh, there are stone steps. I spend all my time climbing rocks and stones. Man up.
Pitter patter.
How about falling down stones? I do that a lot.
Well, you can get started now.
Deal.
So as you guys are making your way down, you're having your little witty repartee.
I'm enjoying all of this and the butts.
But
Well, get a good one look at mine. Hope you like the cake.
Can you draw me a picture? It might last longer.
Click.
I'm just rolling my eyes.
I got a lot of junk in this trunk here.
Poor Dewey.
His family's suffering.
At least the dwarves are having a good time.
What else is new? Of course, no one else matters except the dwarfs. For Christ's sake.
Yeah. Dwarves.
So you guys make your way down, and as you reach sort of like the last few, maybe not few steps, but maybe like last maybe 100 feet. So you guys are really close. You're starting to hear horse hooves, like the gallop, and coming from the direction of Balgar, that area. And also from the south, so it's going basically from right to left as you guys are climbing down these stairs, these steps, and you guys keep moving. Erie sort of stops a little bit and looks back up at you guys and sort of holds you guys off. And at the base of the steps, there's sort of a last sort of rock rise, and it somewhat hides like the first few steps. It's small, so you guys can't really hide behind it, but that's part of how people just didn't know about this, because it's really well hidden and there's a whole bunch of bushes and trees, stumps, and stuff like that. And so this area is like pretty much like something you just drive by. So you walk by, and so you guys have some cover, but you guys can also see over these treetops as the sound approaches. And a few seconds later, you see this horse just running by at like full gallop, and this rider, wearing somewhat of a uniform, looks like a tunic of some sort, and just like full tilt, just like running towards High Pass, High River Outpost, like where you guys came from there, in that sort of direction, or at least like to the rope bridge. So obviously he didn't even see you guys. But yeah, so something's coming from that side.
Does he look like the guards from the outpost?
No, he does not. That's a good point. It's he did not look like one of the royal guards. No.
So just kind of like somebody random, just like a bad hill going.
He looked like he was wearing something that was more than just like regular clothing, but it certainly wasn't a royal guard.
Okay. I reach up and touch Dewey on the shoulder, and I say very low, Does your clan have many enemies? I'm trying to make a sense of what's going on here.
I don't know. We have enemies, of course. People don't like everybody, but it's been peaceful at Balgar Point and Balgar Mine for decades, as long as I've lived. I don't know what this is. That rider is one of the town guard. He's like a deputy, protector, policeman. They work the area, but he's going that way fast, and I just need to go. I just need to go. So he continues the last final climb down the side of the steps, and so you guys come out of the area through the bushes and stuff, and So Dewey's definitely we're walking at a pretty fast clip. He's not running, but he's motoring really. And as you guys sort of come around, so I'm going to let's see here. I'm going to show you guys where we're at here. Let me bring something up for you, and it'll give you an idea of where you guys are coming from and where you're going. Okay, so let me share my screen. All right. So, can you guys see my pointer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, these are the steps you guys just worked your way down.
Okay.
And as you're coming out here, the rider was sort of just galloping at a crazy pace, going this direction, right up to the mine bridge, and you have sort of this curve to get into. But this is Balgar Point, and Balgar Mine's way back over here. And so as you guys come around this sort of bend and come out of the clearing of the trees, you're starting to see people with holding belongings and children also going towards the rope bridge there at High Pass, at the pass to get over the Mist River Pass. So their people are obviously spooked. So they're not really paying much mind to you. They're just trying to bring their children along, and the kids are crying, and some older folk, maybe they have a little, almost like a wheelbarrow of some sort, just helping the elderly. And you're seeing a bunch of different races. You're seeing mostly dwarves, half orcs, and humans, but a real ragtag, and sort of you get that sense of what Dewey was talking about, is that this whole area is just just a mishmash. It's a hodgepodge of races, so everyone pretty much is chill with everybody. And so this is where it's they're not quite surprised at what he's seeing from what's going on there. And so you guys come around, and you guys come to sort of the entryway of where Balgar Point is, the city or the town, as it were. And it's a mid-sized town. You guys can see docks down towards the left, towards the High River, and the boats are all docked. There's not much going on there, and you see a whole, like I showed you on the map, a whole bunch of variety of buildings. And so what you're seeing within the center of the town is sort of people shuffling along and sort of rushing to and fro. And as you guys sort of come into the town, two representatives, two guys that wearing the same uniform that you guys saw on the horse, sort of comes up to you, the whole group of you, and they look at you. Stop! Where are you going? What's your business here? What are you doing here? And Dewey, he sort of stands and goes, calm, friend. I'm from here. I'm from Balgar Mine. These are friends of mine, and we're on a quest, and we saw the smoke, and what's going on? And the deputies sort of look at each other, and they say, you're from Balgar Mine. It's been attacked over the 2 past nights, and there's been many casualties. And Dewey's attacked by what? This is not a Wyvern attack. They don't have fire. And what's happening? And the deputies sort of look at him and say, "Well, they're mixed reports. It's not a Wyvern, but the attacks were led by gray dwarves."
What?
The Duergar suddenly appeared and started attacking at night. So we're gonna take a quick
back at Erie and Torga. Say, gray dwarves. You guys know anything about this from your clans?
I know this.
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I do.
What? You think you know somebody? I'm just saying.
Dewey looks back at the both of you. He says, "Why do dwarves attack? We've never seen them in our area before."
Dewey, these are not the typical dwarves, you know. These come from darkness. They were once dwarves, but they were enslaved many years ago, long before I was born, my family was born. And they were enslaved and kept in darkness, and that's where they still dwell. They dwell under the ground, even more so than I do. We work in the mines, but we love the light. They're nothing like a regular dwarf. They're even more bloodthirsty and worse than a whole orc.
That's terrible.
So Dewey shakes his head and says,
But I have not known them to be this prevalent. It only experienced once. I do not know why, again, they have attacked.
I'm going to say in Dwarvish, bad news. Just bad news.
Very bad news.
I'm going to stand in front of Dewey, looking at Eerie and Torga, and say, I need to know up front right now, very bluntly, where does your allegiance lie?
I have no allegiance to the Durgar. They are worse to me than orcs. Vile vermin. That should be snuffed from the very planet.
Okay.
I'll gladly separate every one of their heads from their body.
And what about you, drunk?
Well, we all know that my allegiance lie to my craft here,
Okay.
but I ain't getting in her way. She's violent, so I'll stick with you guys.
She has straight feelings.
Good Lord.
about drugs.
I
Alright.
like violence, but man,
I
gotta laugh at this one. God damn it. Okay, sorry.
I need to
Alright.
chill, damn it. Need to protect my possible boyfriend.
I have a personal. I have a personal stake in this.
I told you she
banner.
wants to keep me alive.
No. But thank you for volunteering that information, though. Perhaps it is a story I can tell you when time.
and
Now
so
is
Dewey,
not that time.
and Dewey looks at all of you and says, "Thank you for following me and coming with me. I just need to get there." And the deputies, obviously, they've put their javelins sort of to the side, and one of them says to Dewey, says, "You probably want to talk to the commander and get an idea before you just rush into the mine area. And plus, you're going to walk. It's going to take half a day. We can maybe a whole day. Maybe we can give you horses, but you need to talk to him." So with that, we're going to take a little quick trip back over to Castle Ironbridge, a little interlude to get a little update back over there. And once again, we're visiting with Leara in her work chamber. She's alone at the moment, sipping on some tea, just reviewing some documents. And once again, she gets a knock at the door. And we all know it's Captain Axor and Lear Briswind. She says, "Captain Axor, come in." And as she's looking over her parchments and sort of signing a few things, and once again, not even looking up to him, "What news of the night and the morning?" Axor comes back with, "We took down a large one earlier today, unfortunately in the south part of the city, near the mist on Portcullis. Several homes and businesses were destroyed. 9 dead. That's sad news. Send the Queen's condolences. What news of the ballistas?" "Well, we are fully operational with 4, and the 5th is being assembled right at night and day. It should be ready in the next day or so." "Good. The more we can kill outside the walls, the better." "Yes, milady. We also killed 3 others outside the walls in the past 2 days, so that is the plan." "Very good. And what news of that murder in the tavern? I haven't heard anything in a day or two." "Disturbing news, milady." "Well, what happened? Did not the Queen's handmaidens accompany you to interview the boy?" "Yes, milady. Yes." "And what did he say that was so disturbing?" He didn't say anything. He's dead." And so we come back to Balgar Point as you guys walk into Balgar Point, and the 2 deputies bring you into sort of like the sort of official-looking building. And there's a commander sitting at a table. You can sort of see him sort of shuffling things around, and one of the deputies says, "Commander Whitman, we have a resident from somewhere who comes from Balgar Mine, and he's come back and brought friends. I don't know if they're here to help. I don't know, but we didn't push him out. We let him come. He's from there." And he says, "Which one of you is from Balgar Mine?" And then sort of Dewey comes up and says, "I am." He goes, What happened? What happened?" And so the commander proceeds to tell the whole story, is that somehow, somewhere, Durgar have been appearing between here and the mine. They come at night, the past 2 nights, and they have been attacking and taking people, unfortunately. Slaves. They're taking slaves. They're also killing indiscriminately. And they're retreating. We, of course, were caught off guard the first night. So we were more prepared last night. I lost 2 royal guardsmen and 4 deputies. But this time there was fewer gray dwarves, those bastards. There's also reports of bringing chained, wretched beasts, means of scaring the locals. I don't know. I haven't seen one. I don't know. And I can't leave here because I have to protect. The point. So I've sent one of my deputies to High Pass Outpost so he can get some sort of reinforcements from Castle Ironbridge or something. I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'd love to tell you more. But you plan on going back there, all of you? And Dewey just looks as absolutely.
If
As well.
there are Durgar, yes.
There are. They'll be there, and by dusk at least, and the sun, when it leaves the gulch and starts to pass out of it, that's when they first start appearing. So how are you getting there?
They attack at night.
Why is that?
Because they have spent all their lives underground. They're from the dark. They have no tolerance for light. None.
Huh.
They are of the dark. The dark. Not only just the dark, but there is something more. They don't fight like a dwarf. It's like they are something more.
Oh,
Torga, is it the sunlight Or is it any light?
Their eyes cannot adjust to light well.
Oh, that's marvelous.
Good to know.
They shun the light. As they should, with vermin.
Well, all I can say is that the first night was a massacre, unfortunately. Some fled into the mine. Others sought refuge here. They could make it throughout the night. And some were taken.
Did they... Well, that doesn't surprise me. They were once slaves, and you would think that they would not want to enslave others, but they are so corrupted that they would capture people and enslave them themselves. They have been corrupted very deeply. Did you notice anything different about how they fight? Were they enhanced in any way?
I wasn't there. I was here. One of my deputies, the one who I sent out, he said that he was the one who reported the chained beasts, and he lived through the second night last night, but it was chaos. It was hard to see, and he called them ghosts. They'd be there and they'd be gone, or they weren't there and they were there.
They came all of a sudden, no warning, no sound.
No, but it
Yes.
was as if they were ghosts.
Aye. Yes.
But
I understand.
even if they have magic, and I don't know if they do, I can tell you the townsfolk, and they're proud, believe me, they are proud townsfolk. And he looks over at Dewey and nods. They don't have magic. And where did they take them? They're gone. They did not pass through. When we heard of the attacks, part of our townsfolk here were all along the ridge down towards High River to try and capture where these what do you call them? Durgar? What? Grey dwarfs, whatever. Durgar.
Grey dwarfs work. Durgar.
They like a little bit of magic. They like to turn themselves invisible. And they can creep past you.
Oh.
In fact,
Okay.
I would all be aware. I know a little of the dwarves' tales, and I could understand Torga's anger and her determination for this, and Erie's need for more drink.
Perhaps it is time. Perhaps a discussion is needed.
What did I do?
Not with you, idiot. Pay attention.
I was trying, but I'm too short to pay attention.
You're going to be shorter by the time I hit you on top of your head with the knob of the hammer.
So the commander looks at you guys and says, I've got things to organize here. I've already sent a couple of more deputies down towards the mines. They left earlier this morning. We have the militia here, locals with pitchforks and farming equipment and whatever they have. Brave souls they are, just like they are at the mine. It's going to take you the better part of a day to get into the mine if you're walking, but I can make several horses available for you to speed up your travel to get past the stones that are coming. You know, the gulch has a whole bunch of different stonework, and Dewey, he looks at me. I know you know, but it'll just make this easier. Take the horses and go.
Not really a horse girl. Do you have a cart or something? Because I'm not really into riding the horses.
She likes donkeys.
Well, they're a little bit more me height.
They're also a whole hell of a lot more stubborn. Kind of reminds me of something I know.
I don't mind the horse. If you have a cart, I guess. Why is it we can't throw the dwarves, but we can cart them around?
A little too heavy for most of them,
Because
bro.
if you throw us, I'll have to knife you in your neck.
I That was the idea. Yeah. That's
Yes.
Is
There you go.
fair
Right.
enough.
there any chance that with these horses we could get some, maybe some weapons or something to come with? Any kind of supply? You know,
You
jug of mead.
you have whatever you need here. There's weaponsmiths.
I'll
there's
ride the fucking horse, but somebody has to put me on the fucking beast, okay? So let's go. Jesus Christ, I swear.
So
It's your inn.
he gives you guys 4 horses. Grist, you can take one of the dwarves with you. Dewey will take Erie, and then Datari, you want to take. Oh, that's 3 horses, right? Yeah, 3 horses.
We have the 4th horse that we need to load our armaments on.
Yeah, true, and like the 12 other members of our
Okay.
party.
Yeah, we're not worried about them.
We hand wave him there. It's good. We're good.
Corn.
We get
I
it.
can walk.
The other horse.
We
Plus,
just
I
So-
was promised everything I need. That would be 2 casks of mead.
The logistics for dwarves. is
Excuse me,
ridiculous.
sir. Do you happen to have any health potions?
No.
Okay.
You may not be able to find any here, which is what happened the past 2 nights. You can try the apothecary down the main road, but I don't have any here. Sorry.
Okay.
Looks like we're
Dewey, do
fucking
I have time to go hit the apothecary real fast?
That
Freshen up.
sounds dirty.
It's on the way, so if we leave now and we have the horses, that is much better than I anticipated. So yes,
Okay.
if anyone needs anything quickly, we will stop and get what we need, and I
Ooh.
appreciate the help.
Maybe
Where's-
some more dried mushrooms. Any there? Ooh, I'll take some.
Torga, are the dried mushrooms going to help us?
Are we smoking them?
Oh my gosh.
That's for after.
We're all going to die.
Dwarves.
Where's the tavern?
But I'm not stopping
You-
at the tavern, you idiot. You have the
Said I
fucking
had
meat.
time. I had
No,
time.
we don't have
We
time
don't
for
have
that.
time for drink.
Oh,
You-
Jesus.
You've
Christ.
had
You've
drink
never
for all of
seen me.
us.
You've never seen me down it. I can get one in.
I'm
no
looking
problem.
at Datari going, do you see this?
We don't
gonna
have
die.
time for you to
Dwarves.
indulge at the
They're
pub and tavern. Where to
It's
going?
not indulging. It's necessary. You
Drink
ever
the
seen me
mead you
smoke?
have.
No, because I don't function.
Drink the mead. Drink the mead. Drink it
I-
from the tap. In whatever. Drink the mead. I have enough for me. You have more than enough for the whole party. You'll be fine.
No, that was enough for me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
While they're arguing, I'm already in the apothecary.
Okay.
Get me some mushrooms, Datari.
Yeah, and
While I
Grist,
deal with the
so-
idiot.
Grist, you're sitting behind Torga on your horse, and Dewey is sitting behind Erie on his horse, and they're shouting at each other from half a horse length between each other as we're making our way towards down the main road. And so you're in the apothecary, Datari?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to buy. Let's see. How much is your a single health potion?
Oh, let me give you a quick.
I have coin for me mushrooms.
That would be in the apothecary too, actually. Just let me get a quick price here. I didn't expect it to be.
I am an
We're
honest.
just too deep in
tiefling,
this
okay?
roleplay. That's what we do.
Yes.
I know they're not common, but don't let the horn scare you.
Let's see here. Just get a quick price.
Meanwhile, outside, I'm shouting with Erie about going to the tavern.
You know we should. Just saying. You can
Okay, so he's-
definitely chill out just a little bit.
After,
Erie,
after
you look
Erie.
across the other side of the main road as you guys are heading out, and you do see a tavern over there.
Score!
Oh, for fuck's sake. I feel like I have a 2-year-old.
I slid off the back of the horse.
Where are you
Run.
going?
Tavern, beer back.
Make it to go. Get your ass back here as soon as you. If you're not here when they're back, I am leaving.
They have to-go cups?
Ugh.
I
They also
tell
have
you-
pints.
Probably. They have pints to go.
I
The
have
old
to go.
pink
I tell
stem.
the apothecary keep to that I would like 5 health potions and a small bag of mushrooms.
He says to you, I've only. Oh, sorry, I was just channeling Gibble there for a second. But anyways, I've only got 1 potion of healing. I don't have 5. We've used them all. I've got
Okay.
1 left.
I'll take it. And do you have
75
any
gold
mushrooms?
pieces.
I know a dwarf that needs mushrooms.
And then Torga pops in right behind you, of course, because you got off your horse too.
Do you have some mushrooms?
Like I
Yes,
was
yes.
saying.
I got mushrooms. 75
thank you.
gold and 4 gold for the mushrooms.
Ah,
So he goes back and he gives you the potion of healing. And that's a 2d4.
75 gold for
Yes.
the potion of healing? Okay.
Yeah.
You got it.
And it's 4 GPs or 4 gold pieces for the mushrooms.
okay.
Here. I need to close my shop and get out of here. I don't know why you're even in here.
Thank you, kind sir.
Good. Go. So he's like shooing you out of the.
He should
Out of
be
his
a bit more gracious since we're gonna save his arse, but whatever.
Now, is this potion of healing just a common potion of healing or
Yes,
a
it's the low
greater
end. It's
or
the.
superior?
It's 2d4 plus 2. It's a basic potion of healing.
Got it. Thank you. All right.
Is Erie
right, so-
in the pub?
Gary,
Is
what are you
Erie-
up to? So you burst through the doors of the tavern.
Quick! I need it!
And we didn't hear a word you said. I think you overpowered your mic.
I said quick, I need a drink. Just with a lot of emphasis.
To
Do
go.
we have to wait for him or can we just leave his ass?
No, we need him as annoying as he is. He's like a water on someone's arse, but we need him, unfortunately. So let's go.
I heard
Come
that
on,
you said you
dwarf.
need me.
Yeah, sorry you heard.
Well, he's in the tavern while you guys are finishing up your transaction. So you burst through the doors and you say, "I need a drink." And so the bartender looks and he's looking like there's no one there. And he's like, "What do you want? Come up and get a drink."
What?
What do you got? I need it quick. Come on. Chop chop. Fast.
What do you want? Tell me
What do
what
you
you
want?
want.
What do you have? Hard. Something very hard. Lots of
I
alcohol.
got mead. I've got
Hard.
Fire
very
water.
hard, okay.
I've got Texlaxian bourbon.
What?
Um,
You know what? Let's
bourbon.
let's
I
do
think
that.
I'd rather stay away from the
Hearing that
Atlantic.
from the horses, I roll in and say I could use a refill, the Texflaxian, and give him the fire water. Make it quick.
You know, put his drink on my tab. I kind of like
That bourbon's gonna make you shit your pants on the horse, man.
It's free bourbon.
You better hope that you're not riding behind us then.
That's Torga's problem.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So he fills up your flask. And,
you shit your pants. I'm going to knife you in your gullet. I swear to God.
Filled up my flask. I filled up my pants. It's an even trade.
I'm fucking you up later. I swear to God, if you do it, I
Wait.
swear.
Wait, why him? What did he do that I did?
And he looks at you and says, "This is your tab. That 15 gold pieces, and if it's to go, I want five gold pieces for the cup. That's my favorite cup."
Okay, cool. I'll tell you what. I'll give you 5 gold pieces, the middle finger, and I won't cut your head off with my great axe if you don't shut the hell up.
What the?
Now,
It's so fun.
If you don't talk, I get it for free.
I'm fucking
Fine.
Oh my
Careful
god.
what you tell the dwarf and the fuck you hat.
I'm actually kind of proud.
So you flick him 5 gold pieces, and you guys head out. And Dewey sitting on the horse like, get on the horse. Get on the horses, please. Can we leave?
How in the hell do I get up there? You gonna pick me up?
Yes. Before you can finish your sentence, he bends down and shoves you on the horse, and you don't spill your drink because you've had much experience of.
Am I in front of him or behind him?
You are in front of him.
Damn it!
Oh Lord!
You're the small spoon.
It don't feel good.
Is that a rock in your pocket, or are you glad to see me?
I hope you don't like me that much.
Fork, I think you're full.
I'd be pretty upset with you.
I'm so happy I have my own horse right now.
Oh my god.
Hey, Dewey, you want to give Eerie his own horse, and I can ride with you.
Oh, bet you can.
I bet she wants to ride up front. This thing's uncomfortable. Good lord.
I appreciate it, but let's just move. And
Got a
so
big lump in your crotch.
Dewey gets the horse going and does whatever that thing is called that you yay or mush whatever.
No.
Mush.
Funny.
All I can picture is Yukon Cornelius right now.
Silver gold.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Hey, off to the mine.
Off to death and destruction as we're laughing our asses off.
Oh man.
Wouldn't want it any other way. It's true. It's very true.
Hi ho, toward this we go. E-ho.
So you guys exit Balgar Point, and you guys head into that sort of gulch area, like I showed you before. It sort of narrows. Then way back at the end of it is where the mine is, and that's where Balgar Mine, the town, is. And as you guys saw, as you get in there, there's like rock formations, as like a gulch is like a. You could picture maybe a waterfall that used to be there centuries ago, coming up from the top of the Seat of St. John's, and then sort of filling this gulch area, and then going into the high river. And so what you're seeing on these rocks are sort of formations that were there for centuries, coming out of the soot and not the soot, but the sand and the what used to be a riverbed. So a lot of greenery and stuff like that. So it's cool looking, and just big sort of not mountains but hills, basically. Just they're like maybe 15 feet high, in some parts 20 feet high. So there's easily climbable, but certainly having the horses makes it easy. So you guys follow Dewey, who's really going at his pace, obviously, to get to his area. And those stones, as you're riding by them, they're eerily dark, and they're not. You'd expect sunlight and, well, at this point, the waning light to show more detail, but they're very flat, very interesting. And you notice as you're riding, especially the ones the two dwarves notice it, because you guys aren't necessarily focused on what where you're going and stuff. The rock faces that you guys came down on, the steps you came down, are very much a similar color and structure of the stone. Very, very. This is there's not a magical part to it, but there's a very hidden part of it, and that's why the steps aren't well known, and that's why these stones are there but not there. So, just an interesting quality as you notice as you come in there, and. So, as you guys continue riding, you come into the smoke starts to get thick, and you're riding past people who are, again, sort of fleeing, leaving, however they can, whether it's with their families being held in their arms, or carts, or horses, donkeys, any sort of form of travel to get out of this area. especially before dusk, and the fear of what's going to happen. And as you guys come up to the area, this is what you see. This is Balgar Mine. And as you guys come into it, Dewey stops and like leaps off his horse. Doesn't do anything with Eerie. He just sort of beelines towards an area within the Balgar Mine, and as you get there, dusk is starting to fall. There's still some sunlight, but again, people who are sort of scrambling. Some people running towards the mine. Some people just don't know what to do at this point. And you can see Dewey takes off. He starts running away from you guys. So he's not looking back at this point. He's on a mission. So he's taken off on foot, not on horse. So yeah, what do you guys do as he starts he's definitely making distance between you and sort of running between fires and shambles of houses and unfortunately dead animals, a couple of dead bodies. He's running, sort of snaking his way through the Balgar, the little town here outside of the mine.
So I take it the horse can't make it through there?
No, the horse is apprehensive, especially with the fire. So, and he just didn't even want to even try it.
Absolute
I'm going
destruction.
To kind of start helping wherever I can see. I think that would be the best thing to do. Instead of trying to follow him, I'm just going to try to pitch him with whoever's around me.
Well, you've got a family who is sort of walking by you as quickly as they can. They've got a few kids. They're humans, and there's an elderly grandmother, as you figure, and she's got many cuts and bruises on her arms and legs, and a couple on her face. They all don't look great, but she looks probably the most wounded out of all of them.
Okay. I'm gonna run to her and see if I can help her kind of catch up with everyone and get out of the fires. And
do you have any not a first aid kit, you know what I mean, because you can administer just life-saving. Okay.
Let's see.
And that can just be material you can rip. I mean, it's not like you have to have
Yeah, I've got some cloth and whatnot.
Okay, so
kind of start mending.
You start rendering first aid to people that you see. Torga, what are you up to? You're still on the horse, and so are you, Eerie.
How far back were we from the rock that we saw? The stone that was.
You're quite far. I mean, there's two stone, sort of. Here, I'll show the map again. You want to see the map again, just to go to.
Well, so we're not able to just walk back to it easily.
No.
Okay, so it was an observing. Okay, so I went off, and I went to go see what's going on.
I just pictured in my head Eerie and Torga being left alone on the horses, and they're both too short to jump off, and they're just sitting there.
Well, Eerie got off real quick when he wanted something to drink.
Isn't this romantic?
We can jump.
Handling.
We can jump. Oh my goodness. Such stereotypes. Short legs equal no can jump. Yes, we can jump.
I don't know. I kind of like your short legs.
Ugh. Don't be looking at me legs.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's okay. There's plenty else to look at.
Season 3 of Red Flag Parker is going to be just Eerie and Torga. So yeah, you guys are here. You're coming into the town, and there's one sort of rock abutment over here you passed, and the larger one is over to the west end, because north is literally left to right would be going back up towards the Iron Bridge, Castle Iron Bridge. So this westernmost part of the gulch that you see is the largest of that darkened stone quasi mountain hill sort of thing, and there's a whole bunch of other little small ones, little tufts of forest and stuff like that. So just to give you some...
I think Erie and I should go and look around.
Okay.
You heard the missus. I do what I'm told.
Oh god.
All right. And Datari.
If he doesn't come back, don't say anything.
Oh, there'll be a
course.
comeback. Just
I
wait.
bet.
Of course, I jumped off my horse and I'm chasing after Dewey.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be alone
We
right
know.
now.
He's emotional.
I guess
I mean, emotional.
He can dry to his tears
We have to
All
find Mom.
on her
Oh.
breast.
So okay, so interesting. Okay, let me start with Tatari, since Dewey has sort of left off. So you follow him, and it was a good thing you did leave because he's weaving in and out of these sort of. Some houses are still standing, some are on fire, some aren't touched at all. So you see him quite far. What's your movement speed, by the way? Just out of curiosity.
30 feet.
Okay, so so is his. So you're able to follow him, and then you see him sort of duck into one other street, and as you get there, he's sort of walking up this stonework staircase, and the house doesn't look in good shape at all. So he goes in, and as you get up to the stonework staircase, you hear from inside, "No! No! No! No!" Like muffled screaming.
Okay.
And a few seconds later, sort of coming out of the doorway, as it were, is Dewey carrying a body.
Oh no.
All right. We're going to shift over to Grist. So, Grist, you are helping some of these families, and they're very thankful. And saying, "Are you part of the guard? Are you part of the protectors? We haven't seen many of them, and there's so many of those gray dwarfs killing all of us. We could use help. More people in the mine. There are many in the mine who need help."
I think that's why we're here. We're not affiliated with the guard, or I think we're here for a reason, and we're here to help.
Thank you. And so you look over, so they're walking towards the mine, and you see the mine it's not exactly close because it's sort of through the little sort of town conglomeration of buildings and stuff, and then you can sort of see as the ground level sort of crests downwards into the mine area, and there's a few like houses, not houses, but like structures outside of there, and you can see people streaming into it. So it's not like they're close, but that's where all they're heading. But there are a few pockets of beings, whether they're half orcs or dwarves or whatever, who are between you and the mine entrance, are there, and they could definitely use some help because you can see some people with like wounded legs and stuff. So you can.
I'm going to keep moving on and help where I can. There's not much else I can do until we find Dewey again. So I'm going to help his people.
Okay. So Torga and Erie, I'm sure Erie's going to come back here, and he may be having a little connection problem there. Fitting, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, right?
He ran out of alcohol.
Right on time.
Or that Tarkasian, whatever I call the bourbon, really hit home on that one.
It hit hard. It hit hard.
There he is. Is he back?
He's coming.
He's
Slowly.
coming.
Coming
It's a
again.
little dark.
He's maybe having internet connection problems, maybe.
Well, going in. We're going into the village, or we're going in.
So you're going to the village, or are you going to... So what are you guys exploring? Where are you guys going?
Well, if there's a mine, I'm going into the mine.
Okay, so... Let me just see here. Just getting a text here from...
What's wrong?
Let me just text Cody here. This is all live, people. This is the magic of of D&D Live.
This is what happens. Hey, look, it's good.
Communication
Pause
interruption.
bit.
You know what that
Ooh.
means?
Invasion.
It started in Miami.
It's all right. It happens.
All right, so you and Erie head down into the mine area. So you pass Grist, who's like there, sort of rendering first aid and trying to wrap people up in as best he can, and just sort of stopping the bleed and that kind of stuff, and just some really critical needs there. And you guys work your way towards the entrance of the mine, and as you come up there, you see people streaming in there hurriedly, and as you get to the mine, the last sort of vestiges of the sunlight have now left the gulch, and you hear sort of like this sort of low sort of angst and tears and crying, especially from the young ones as they're heading into the mines, and so you head your way into there. All right, so we're gonna come back to Datari. So he comes out and is obviously full of tears and says to you, "This was my mother. She is dead. They killed her."
I'm going to murmur a little prayer up to my goddess Sahanin, and I'm going to sing a small hymn.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kneel down at his feet because I don't know what else to do.
So he notices you and just like closes his eyes and nods a little bit, and he looks at his mom and sort of pushes her hair away from her face and lays her down, just sort of on the street, but in your area, very close to you. And then he goes back inside, so while you're there, you see the mother. She looks like she has a slash. Well, not a slash, but like more of a pierce, like through her chest, and obviously lots of blood and stuff like that. So you figure that she died last night just by the way she looks. She hasn't been dead too long, and so from inside you hear things like falling and like crashing and things like that, and you hear from inside, Jamit, where are you? Jamit! And it's sort of distant in one sense, and then closer. So you get the sense that he's moving through this house looking for someone called Jamit. And
I'm going to go in the house, of course.
Okay.
And ask him if I could help. Ask him what he's doing.
I'm looking for my brother Jamit. He's 15. My brother Jamit was here with my mother. He's somewhere. And so in the house you see that like it's somewhat dilapidated. It's not like completely fallen apart. There's smoke damage. There's no really active fires in there, but it's a shambles. Things have been knocked over. So like obviously something went down here and not great. And so you hear him saying, Jamit, where are you? It's me, Dewey, Jamit. And he's in one side of the house.
Do we have like a hidden door to a basement or a stone cellar underneath any rug?
Roll face.
Panic room.
Yeah.
Well, you can ask him, but
Okay, I asked.
yeah. No, it's a simple home. There's 3 rooms, one for the boys, one for the girls, and one for mother, and kitchen. And there's nothing special, and I can't find him. He's not here. He's not here. And you can tell that's like almost the fear of his brother not being found is overpowering his grief for his mother right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Grist, you're rendering aid to a bunch of people.
Okay.
And
It's getting dark.
Yeah.
I have a feel for what's coming, so I'm kind of paying attention.
you're paying attention.
Got back from the tavern.
That idea.
I told you not to stop off.
So just to catch you up, Erie, you and Torga are just about to enter the mine area. You guys were going to go investigate the actual Balgar Mine.
Okay.
Grist, what's your armor class, please?
12.
All right. So you're rendering aid, looking around, trying to help where you can, and you feel a piercing on your back. You are going to take 7 damage from a javelin in your upper right-hand shoulder from behind you. And as you wince in that pain, you turn around and you see this short, angry, bearded, gray dwarf, and he just sneers at you. And it's actually your attack, because he had a sneak attack, and
Right.
it's your attack.
I'm going to I am going to use my chill touch cantrip.
Okay.
I create a ghostly skeleton hand in the space of a creature within range, making a ranged spell attack against a creature to assail it with the chill of the grave on it. Let's see if I can get a hit. That'd be 6.
6? Yeah, no, that's
And
That's
then it just disappears.
okay.
No. On a hit, it takes 1d8 necrotic damage. It can't regain hit points until the start of the next turn. Until then, the hand can start if you hit. Yeah. So no hit.
Okay.
I mean, you were just drinking X-Lax bourbon, and
Yeah, I was like skeleton head. Oh wait, really?
Maybe you should have shite on it instead.
yeah, I mean, the dwarves are considerably smaller than you.
I should have just taken the spear out of my arm and thrown it back.
Well, he jabbed you with it, so he still has it in his hand. So he just like thrust you and then pulled it back out again. So he's coming back in for another attack. Okay, so that is a 17. Hit you, and that's going to be full hit point damage. 8 hit points in that one.
Ow. That's not good. Okay. Ooh, punk ass.
And so just before you do anything here. So, Torga and Eerie, you guys hear like a definite like screams, like they're back! Oh! They start screaming. Kids are crying. There's screaming going on, and you it's coming from behind you. And Tatari, over in the house, you guys are hearing muffled screams too.
From outside the house or from within the house?
From outside the house.
Okay.
Alright, come on, we should probably run back and see what that is, although I really hope they don't mistake us for anything bad.
We're not gray. We should be fine.
It's dark, though.
Ooh. Good point, but
And
yeah.
let's face it, we have the right height.
Let's go.
I seriously doubt there's any Durgar bickering like an old married couple like the two of you. So
The right height. Oh, love.
I got the DM on board.
Don't make me
Let's
throw
go
up in
now.
me boot.
so
You
you
have to
guys
be able to
turn
reach your
around.
boot first.
You guys
Help
turn-
me! I got
Shut up! Help me!
poked twice.
I hear him screaming, let's go. He's screaming like a little babe with no milk in his tummy. Let's go.
I'm turning me into a
Oh.
kebab.
You
That's
mean that
amazing.
screaming is Grist?
No.
Seriously, if I was a girl.
Oh my gosh. It's
They're all
townsfolk.
screaming.
It's
Usually-
townsfolk who are
Cool.
freaking out because as Eerie and Torga, as you turn around and come back into Balgar town, like at the town of the mine, you guys see two gray dwarves suddenly wink into existence and start slashing at people.
Oh, for fuck's sake, magic. Oh, great.
And they're taking down townsfolk, and yeah, so that's what they're doing. And so Datari and Dewey, you guys are in the house, and he looks at you, and he very conflicted. He's like, for the first time that you've known him, you see him indecisive.
Dewey. We searched the house. He's not here. We need to go and see what's going on, okay? We will find him. You have to
Yes.
calm down and think clearly, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are the dwarves? The dwarves, they're here. The great dwarves. Maybe they took him. Maybe he's somewhere.
We'll find him. Right now, we need to get with the others and help defend the rest of your village.
And when you say that, you see like this change in his face, and he just like goes stoic and is like, "You're right," and turns around and bolts outside the door and takes out his great axe and heads into the street. And he looks down at his mother as he's running, and he just casts a quick glance, but he's in a different zone right now. And as you guys come out to the road that you guys turned on to before you got to the house, you see townspeople, a few of them, not many because there aren't many left, running towards you away from this creature, this abomination of a creature. And it's not a dwarf, and it's got this chain, and it's like, and then like sort of lunging at things. And you can see behind this creature is a gray dwarf, and again just cackling, like freaking out, and moving coming towards you guys actually. And all right, so we're gonna go back to Grist, and it's your attack. So he just landed another hit, and it is your attack.
Okay.
And he's like right up in front of you, so that, like you're within melee.
Melee, yeah. I'm just gonna take a swipe at him with the short sword.
Okay.
That would be a 17.
That is a hit.
So, that's 7 damage.
Okay. And so you take your short sword and like you slash at him, and on his like you like slash through his arm from his arm to his chest, and you do a bit of damage, and he's like not berserking, but he's like looks at his cut and he's like just really using this pain for his enjoyment. And you notice a very unique marking on his pauldron that you don't recognize, but it's something unique. But you just sort of notice it in passing, but you can't really make it out because you're being attacked and you're gonna die soon. So
right,
that's where that's coming from.
There's something there.
Yeah. So then after that he comes back with his javelin and he misses actually with that one, and yeah, he misses that for sure, and like sort of hits the ground and recoils and gets back. Torga and Eerie, you guys come into the area. You've got 2 gray elves. You guys, there's one towards the right and one towards the left, going into some like a little grouping of 2 people on one side, and then another one going into a house that doesn't seem to have been ransacked, for lack of a better term at this point. So do you guys want to stick together, or you want to split up? What do you guys want to do?
I'm going towards the one that's going for the people.
I'm going for the other one that's going towards the house.
All right, so you guys split up. All right, so Torga, we'll start with you. So you see the gray dwarf has already killed one of them, and there's a second one who's on the ground. And by the time you get there, you actually have an advantage. You don't have stealth, like you're sneaking up on it, but you have advantage on it because his back is towards you, and he's coming down for a javelin spike into this townsperson. So what do you do?
Gonna have my great axe, and I'm gonna take a swipe at him.
Okay. Just give me a second here. All right.
Especially to try to get in between him and the person he's trying to go
Okay,
down.
about 2. All right.
Yeah.
So maybe you're going to go for his arms or something like that, just to sort
Yes.
of, because your
Yes.
swing will keep you between. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
if
So
I
when you
have
roll,
to cut his arm off, that's good for me too.
well, that's true. That's it's only a flesh wound, but
It's only a flesh wound.
It's but a flesh wound.
All right. So what do you roll?
Hold on a minute. A 22.
Your arms off.
Good Lord. Wow. Now, was that a natty 20 or is that like modified?
That was a natty 20.
That was a natty 20. Wow.
Yeah.
That's,
Your arms
So you
off.
got-
Close your head.
you got double damage, or you can do a special move.
I'll take double damage.
Okay. So roll your damage.
So 15 plus 5 is 20 for 1. So if I'm doing double,
No, so you do your roll your damage, and then you double it.
okay. So hold on. My great axe damage is 1d12 plus 5.
So roll 1d12 or whatever you rolled before,
I did. It was 15.
and then so it's 15 in total, or 15 plus the 5.
That's 15 total because it calculates it.
Okay, so you did 30 damage in total then.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
So
Twice.
So you run up and you see this gray dwarf just about to slam this javelin into this innocent townsperson, and you come in with your great axe, and just like Gris said, you literally slice him in half with that blow in one shot. And for that attack, you get a point of inspiration because that was amazing. That
nice.
was phenomenal.
And I'm gonna take his javelin, the great piece of shite.
Help!
Eerie, follow that up. So you run into the house, and you see a gray elf. Wow. A gray dwarf sort of skulking about.
Same thing?
Wow. Skulking about. Okay, so just give me a second here. So you come in, and you knew that he was in there, so you stealthily approached him as much as you could, and he doesn't know you're behind him. So it's your attack, and you have advantage.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Because
he's unaware of you.
I'm going to take my great axe and swing right at him.
Okay. And so advantage means you roll the d20 twice, and you take the better roll.
Okay. I got 17 plus
That's a hit.
4, so 21.
That's a hit. I can't believe you killed it in one shot. That's amazing.
So 5 damage.
Okay. All right. Before we get to Dewey and Datari, Gris, you're up. It is your attack against your opponent.
Okay. We are. Okay, so I am going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
Hold my hands out, thumbs touching, and a thin sheet of flame shoot forth from my outstretched fingertips. Every creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw.
Not good.
Dex.
The Grey Elves do have advantage against spells, so they do have 2 rolls.
Okay.
Dwarves. Great dwarves.
Well, the Grey Dwarves, yeah, specifically. What did I say? Did I say elves? What? That's weird. Why am I saying elves?
Honestly, no. It's seriously. When I think of them, I do it too. It's not even the dwarf thing. It's not just you. I do it.
It's because us dwarves are trustworthy.
I say gray. I do it all the time. Elves.
You're
I don't know
drunk.
why. It's in my head.
Hey, at least you know what I'm doing.
Yeah, what's the other hand doing, though? All right.
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
The Dex is
Oh! Yeah, okay, well,
plus
he fails. He fails the saving
Nice.
throw.
So
Yep.
it's 3d6 damage. Fire damage on a failed save. So that is 2, 3, 6. 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. Okay.
You just set everything on fire.
Yeah,
though.
everything within 15 feet is now on fire as long as it's not being worn.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
there's not-
everything was already on fire, so it's okay.
We don't know what was on fire before it was on fire.
Was
There
it
would have gone
me?
on fire.
That was already there.
Brilliant, man.
Smokey the Bear comes and says, "What the fuck?"
What did I say?
And out comes an orc wearing a feather headdress, and there's one tear going down his face.
We promise we'll cover it all in dirt when we're gone. We promise. we promise. It'll be fine.
Eerie's gonna piss it all out.
He can from all the ale he drinks.
Exactly.
He's
All right.
full of
I'm working on saving your village.
Yeah, the dwarves
So-
want glory. I just heat it up a bick and threw it at the guy. It's super hot.
Would you like to borrow some of my blood spray?
We got to get you a Zippo lighter one day.
Throw mushrooms on it.
You should have taken a swig of that bourbon first. That would have done it.
The X-Lax bourbon.
Well,
It
no.
was
Eight damage, but it felt like 4.
That's how we're able to fight.
You also got that fire water too. Don't forget. That was one of the other things. Fire water.
Oh yeah.
Juiced up. We're juiced up all the time. That's how we're able
All right.
to fight.
So Dewey and Datari, you guys are faced with this dwarf who's probably about at this point 20 feet away from you, and the this beast that has a chains is maybe 6 or 7 feet in front of it, and it's just like swinging wildly. It's sentient, but it's a slave, obviously, so why don't you roll for initiative, please?
Where's my initiative? Okay. That is dirty 20.
Okay. Okay, well, you certainly have first attack.
All right, first attack. We are going to use.
I mean, you have a clear path to both, so you don't have to be. It's not like this beast in front of it is blocking the Grey Dwarf at all. So you
Okay.
can do what you'd like on that side.
Let's see. I don't want to use that one. This chained being.
Mm-hmm.
Is it animal? Is it
Yes,
human-like?
it's humanoid. I mean, it's a medium humanoid creature,
Okay.
and it's big. Obviously, it's nothing small. It looks kind of wild in a sense,
Right.
but you've never seen it before. I mean, you can
Okay.
try and check to see if you want to figure it out what it is, but I wouldn't count it against your attack if you wanted to do something like you want to just do a quick check of some sort with nature or something along those lines.
Okay. All right. I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke. And let's see if I hit. Does a 13 hit?
What are you going for? The beast or the Grey Dwarf?
The beast.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And let's see. 3d10s. That is a 6, a 10, 11. Yeah, okay, that's 11 points of damage. I point a finger at the beast thing, okay?
Okay.
He's momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. He must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes fire damage on a failed save.
So there's 11 points of damage first, right? That's
Yeah, I added up the damage before I asked you to make a dex save. So I'm
okay. Well, then that's
sorry
fine.
about
That's
that.
okay. That's okay. Let me do the deck. Oh wow! Nope. He fails that.
All right. Then he takes 11 points of damage. Fire damage. I'm fighting fire with fire.
Okay. So, so you cast a spell, and you actually knock it off its feet for that much damage. It falls back closer towards the dwarf, and it's like squirming, and its tail is like somewhat on fire, and its sort of claws and hands are like smoldering and stuff like that. It's like it took a bunch of damage, and so the dwarf looks at that and is like, with his second hand, he launches his javelin. I'm gonna do actually. Since you're both there, he actually launches it at Dewey.
Oh no!
That is. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay. Okay. All right, so you see the dwarf looks at that at its this creature in front of it and is like, takes his javelin and launches it and hits Dewey on the side, like over here, like that. So obviously it's sticking out of him, but nothing too bad. All right, Eerie.
As a bonus action,
yes.
I'd like to give Dewey Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
And that is a 1. So for 10 minutes, Dewey can either add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or saving throw. So he has an extra point.
Oh, okay, cool. And I can choose when to use it?
Yes.
Okay, or Dewey, sorry. All right.
Yeah.
We are going to go to Eerie, and after you landed that hit on the Grey Dwarf, he spins around, and he is going to take his war pick that he's holding. What's 8. What's your armor class? Can't
13.
imagine. Okay. So he spins around after that damage, and he swings at you with his war pick, and then he misses on that one. So it's your turn, your attack again.
I'm gonna laugh at him and say, "I'm taking that from you when you're dead."
And that's your attack. No, I'm just kidding.
It's a verbal attack, and it's strong.
He feels put down, and he's depressed, and he sits down and cries. No. It's your...
All right, and my next one was 14.
Total?
14
Like-
total, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So,
plus 4.
yeah, so you go again at him, and this one misses. Okay. So, Grist.
I feel woozy.
That might be the bourbon. What a fun.
And the loss of blood.
So, it's his attack. How are you doing, by the way? What's your hit points at?
17.
Okay. Yeah, you could use some help.
Yeah, I feel woozy.
Well, okay, before we do that, how about this? Okay, Torga, after you've cleaved your gray elf in half with much
Yes.
delight and warming
And then I spit on his corpse. Yes,
Yeah.
Garmin. Yes.
you see Grist not too far off being attacked by one, and he's not looking like he's Miss Torga here hitting and killing with one swing. So you feel pity for the elf, the half elf at least.
I do. I'll.
Or-
How far is he from me?
He's about 35 to 40 feet away from you.
I can only do 25, so I can go closer.
All right, so you move into him. Okay.
Yes.
So
I can't throw a weapon any further without disadvantage either, so that's why I wouldn't.
that's cool. That's good. That's good. That's fantastic. All right, Gris, it's you're up.
All right. I'm gonna once again swing with the. Actually, as a bonus action, I'll cast our DM's favorite, Hunter's Mark.
Ah! Yeah!
I love Hunter's Mark.
The bane
then
of my existence.
I love it.
And then I am rolling. Take that. A 20 to hit.
Woo!
Natty 20?
No.
Oh, okay.
30, 20. 30.
Dirty.
Still a
Dirty.
20.
I'll
By
take
the
it
way-
dirty or natty.
Whenever Hunter's Mark is cast, I don't use HM for my notes. I circle it and put a big F beside it.
For fuck you?
For
Is that what it's for? Fuck you?
If
I just
it's plans
go
to
fuck because-
stop together, you is for you and me.
I'm going for.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage?
Ah.
Oh my god. Ugh. All right. 7 damage, right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So he's starting to look pretty shaky as well himself. And then he swings back. Oh, and he misses again. Dang. Yeah, his health isn't doing so good, so he's starting to lose his stamina. And
Doesn't feel so good, does it, buddy?
he looks at you and says, calm down there, Porcupine. Torga, you are now within fighting range, and then Grist, you see Torga like barreling, well, trotting.
I don't trot, damn it.
All right, he's fast waddling down the main
Thank
road.
you. I swear to God. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I got 25 feet of movement speed. Y'all kiss my
That's
ass.
waddle. That's waddle.
Waddle?
Waddle.
All of you. I'm gonna fuck
Waddle,
all
that's a new
y'all up.
term.
Waddle.
You are now within range, and you are, with a quick movement, you can get into close combat range. Of
Okay,
this,
so I can move up and then I can attack,
attack.
right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
move up. Definitely.
Okay.
Yep. And then we're going to do the Great Axe again.
Okay.
$13.
That is a miss.
Well, that's horseshit.
This guy's hard.
But it's funny, like their armor class are all the same, just a matter of the rolls at this point.
Yes, it is. Yeah. No, I did miss. If it's a dwarf, I missed it.
All right, so
She's used to fighting taller things. Has to aim higher.
Set your sights lower.
I'm going.
All right.
Later.
so we're gonna go back to
Later.
Kari and Dewey. He's going to throw his hand axe at the dwarf.
Do it.
So he takes out his, with the thing still in his shoulder, he takes out his hand axe, throws it, and unfortunately it does not hit.
Oh,
Oh.
And the Trog, whoops, the beast, almost let that one go.
What? What? What'd you say?
Thing.
Nothing? Okay.
Don't worry
well,
about it.
I would
Forget
like
it.
the last part stricken from the record.
I'm stricken it from the court record right now.
So, actually, that would be this. Wow. Okay, so the beast wrenches him. Well, actually, no. I think no, I don't. No, I don't. Sorry. So yeah, so the beast actually wrenches his cap, like the dwarf's hold on the chain because now he's distracted, and bursts out towards Ditari
Oh.
and is barreling down at you.
Oh.
Probably not
And-
good.
And this thing has 3 attacks. So let's run through
Oh
them.
no!
16. That's a hit, I'm assuming.
It's a hit.
Actually, it's 20. Actually, it's 20 because it's +4.
Oh Lord. Oh
Yeah.
Lord, have mercy.
So it's 20 on the bite. And you take 4 damage for the bite.
Ouch.
Then it
Use
takes
the nibble.
2 claws. 1, 2. So it's going to go 4.
Shooting a bit and clawed and gored. Damn, girl.
Oh, a 19 +4. So it bites you, misses with the right, and then hits you with the left. And the left does 4 damage as well. So total of 8 damage. And you need to do a Constitution saving throw. You have to get over 12.
I failed. I got a 10.
Okay. So the nature of this beast is that you are poisoned until its next attack.
Ow.
The poison isn't health related. It is you have a disadvantage for all attacks and for all ability rolls
Ow.
because its stench is so bad that you're poisoned with its smell. Now we're not
Smells
talking about
like
Erie
Erie's
here.
fart.
We're talking
You got the booty on you.
we both went to the same place.
That's space peanut.
All right.
This is why
You're
people
go-
come and watch us. This is what they come for. Right here.
All right, Erie, you're up.
I'm gonna swing at him again. I got an 18 plus 4, 22 this time.
That is a hit. Definitely a hit.
Roll that damage, baby.
That is 12 plus 2, 14.
Nice.
Sweet, sweet
Nice.
damage. Sweet, sweet damage.
Yeah, you hit him with that one, and he gets knocked back. That one did a nasty blow, and so he sort of smiles, but like enraged, and 14. What's your armor class?
13.
So that's a hit on you. And your pick is going to be... Oh, wow. 3 damage. That's the least it can do. Yeah. All right. Gris and Torga. It's actually his attack. Correct? Because Torga attack last, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he is now going to turn his attention towards you. Oh wow! So he spins with his javelin to try and shove it towards you, and he actually trips over his feet, stacks the javelin into the ground, and smacks himself with the wood and takes 3 damage because homeboy rolled a 1.
What a pussy.
Did you just see that?
I
And
saw
on the
that.
ground. He's on the ground, and you both have advantage now for attack because he's prone and is vulnerable. So Grist, it's you're up.
All right. We're going to, since he's kind of fell down, I'm kind of going to kick back a little bit with my longbow.
Okay.
And fire a shot off at him. That is a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
8 plus and that would be 10 damage.
And with that arrow, you take down the Duergar. He's dead.
It's just been revoked.
And what weapon does he have again?
He has a javelin, which has his forehead blood on it right now, and he's got
a lot of my blood on it too.
That's true too. That's true too.
Chris,
Well, his is on the shaft. Yours is on the blade.
Whoa, the shaft versus the blade. Oh, the mighty argument. Grace, do you want that javelin or not?
Nah, you can have it.
I'll
I can't
take
take
it.
my blood back, so you can keep that as well.
I'll wipe it off, darling.
All right. So we go back to Atari and Dewey. And so we are back at the top of the round, and you've got this beast in front of you, Tatari, and you still have the dwarf who is quickly covering the distance between the both of you. So you got double D's here, having a dwarf and this beast in front of you.
Question: this beast, is it
Yes.
a large beast?
It's medium.
By any chance, would it weigh 10 pounds or less?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Then I'm
I
going
think the
to.
stumps don't weigh less than 10 pounds.
I'm just checking.
Just saying.
I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness, and that is 9 and 5, 14 to hit.
That's a hit. Nicely done.
Yes. Alrighty. You need to make a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Oh, he's got a -2. And whoa, he doesn't make it. Just wow.
Doesn't make it. Yes.
He doesn't make it. Wow.
That's terrific.
Yes. Yes.
That's fantastic.
Kick his ass.
Oh yeah. I am rolling about the beast again.
Yes, yeah, I figured that. Yep.
It bit me. Okay, that is 8. That is 10. And that is 15 points of damage. And let's see. A ray of sickening greenish energy lashes out towards the creature.
Okay.
He is poisoned until the end of his next turn with 16 points of damage. I'm sorry, 15 points of damage.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to worry about the subsequent rounds because
He did.
you.
Dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
numbers over here.
Torka's like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, his sickness presented with other complications, and he's dead. No ICU.
Very nice.
You killed Stinky.
That thing clawed me up. Might leave a
And
scar.
blotted in your mouth.
Had it been Kalisha, you would have been trying to survive, to heal it and ask if it wants to be friends.
God
But
damn it.
with
I
blood-
almost spit that out.
This
Almost spit that
time-
whole thing out. Oh, God, he
Keep
clawed in your mouth.
strong.
I would have charmed it and made it my pet.
True.
You have
okay.
learned. You have learned. You have learned.
All right, and the dwarf has now closed the distance between both of you, and he's charging on Dewey. Oof, yikes! Yeah,
Dewey, fuck him up.
Oh no!
Wow.
Is he back?
What's that?
Okay, you're
Huh?
back.
Who,
You
me?
didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you froze to me. Oh,
Oh,
I
really?
froze? Did I freeze?
Are we all okay
We're
here?
fine. We're good. We're good. I'm
Fine.
good. You're good. We're
How
all
are
good.
you?
Boring conversation.
Foreign conversation.
I don't
Sorry,
know. I think I might have
Sorry,
made it
Erie. This is all
legit.
Star Wars stuff.
Oh shit! Oh lord!
So
What the fuck?
as you guys see that, sorry, Dewey and Tatari, and as you see this dwarf sort of closing in on you, you see it just like grow. It's just this fantastic size growth of this thing.
Oh,
its
no.
armor grows and gets massive, and like,
Oh, no.
and as it's running, he looks literally like the Hulk when he transforms
Oh, no.
into the Hulk, charging
And
down on
Armor
Dewey.
grew too?
Everything. His javelin grew. Everything grew. He just literally doubled in size and lands a hit on Dewey. Yeah.
That didn't sound good.
Uh-oh.
That's not cool. Not cool at all.
14 damage.
I'm surprised
And-
the javelin grew. Steroids don't usually do that.
No.
No, but
Dagger
more
can
people
go. It is temporary, but they can do it.
16 damage on Dewey. Yikes.
Oh, shite.
And this, like, Datara, you're stunned when you're not stunned, but you just see this, like, you've never seen this dwarf just grow, doubling in size. I mean, of course, we're talking dwarves here, but, still, they're massive growth. And as he's running, and then he slams on Dewey and lands a huge hit. All right, we're going to shift to Eerie.
All right. Try it again.
All right. You guys are in a death match here. It's pretty cool.
2 + 4, 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
$12 damage.
And boom, dead. Last
About
death
time, you
blow.
son of a bitch.
Dead mofo.
Nice.
And his war pick falls to the ground.
Oh, that baby's mine.
Take
All
the
right.
water pick. Yes. Ooh, sexy.
I mean, it only did like 2 damage, so.
Still, might be better for you than him.
So you pick that up and add that to your inventory.
Mhm.
All right, and so the last battle going on right now is between Dewey and Tatari and this super enlarged gray dwarf. And at this point, so let me see here. So now it's actually Dewey's turn. according
We
to the
see him
rolls. What's that?
since he's like how big? Like is he big enough for we can see him? The rest of us?
Yes, from your vantage point. Yes, so you and Torga can see this battle going on.
And I'm going, holy shite. This reminds me. Yes.
So yeah, so you guys can book it towards there. Erie's inside that house, so he doesn't see it, but you guys can certainly join the fray.
Okay, cool.
So we're running there.
You're at least 45 to 50 feet away, so you guys aren't very close, but you can
No.
book it.
Yeah.
So okay, so now Dewey's gonna get his roll. Ooh, that was a hit.
Dewey.
Thank God. Thank God. So go take his. Do that. That's good. Dewey.
Did we use his bardic inspiration yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Yeah, he's hoping that he's going to live through this attack and use one of them. Use one of them for.
Dewey, don't die!
All right, and now we go to. Well, actually, that beast is dead. So back up to Datari. It's your attack, and the beast in front of you is dead. And this is the second round, so you're still disadvantaged. But once your attack is done, you will be done with the poison.
Okay.
So whatever you do, you have to do a disadvantage.
All right. I'm going to do Ray of Sickness again.
Okay.
And okay, disadvantage. The first one is a 16 to hit. The second one is a 14 to hit. So
it's 14.
Yeah.
That is not a hit. Any modifiers or anything?
That's with the modifiers.
No, that's a miss.
Boo.
Okay. Then, as you joined in that fray, he's going to. He actually turns his attention to you, Atari, after that attack. Takes his war pick, and that's 18 total on you. I'm assuming that's a hit with your armor class.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, and he's enlarged, so this is not going to be. This could be big.
Oh boy.
Oh, 1, 6, 7 plus 2. That's 9 damage total.
Okay.
All right, and Grist and Torga, can you guys please roll me just an initiative roll, please?
14.
Okay.
Let me do that. Plus dexterity. 21.
Wow.
23.
So, as you guys get there, of course, Torga will attack first. That'll be Grist. There's no advantage, really, because you're all in the same field, and he's switching sides and stuff, so it's not like you're sneaking up on him, but it's a regular attack. So, Torga, you're up, and what do you roll?
How close am I to him again?
You're now maybe 10 feet, so you've covered the distance in the last round.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up.
And Tatari, your poison is done, so no more disadvantage.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna take my great axe. It's my turn, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, let's roll. Oh shit! 6.
Yeah, it's a miss. So you slide down with your great axe to the side of him, and then Grist, your attack.
Damn it! Somebody else, please.
I'm gonna fire my longbow. That's a 24 to hit.
That's a
Thank
hit.
you, somebody.
And of course, Hunter's Mark had moved over onto him as once he died. Just a reminder.
Just a little gentle reminder, right?
Gentle reminder.
DM isn't wanting to transfer.
Put
those
another
things.
F on that paper.
Guess what I just wrote? A big ol' F.
In red ink.
No, it's black, but it's dark enough that it's a big F, and it drives me crazy.
That's 12 damage.
You.
Well, wow. Okay. So you launch that and whack right in his back, and he looks at you, both of you, like, where the hell did you guys come from?
Good. Piece of shite.
Eerie. So you've just picked up the weapon,
Yep.
and what do you do?
How far away am I? I'm in the house.
You're in the house, so you're pretty much oblivious to what's going on. You just took down this. I mean, you just killed a great, which is fantastic. But you don't know where anybody else is. You're sort of you've separated yourself from the rest of the gang.
Okay. Then I'm gonna grab the gray dwarf by the head and drag him outside.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
By his beard.
By whatever possible hair he has on his.
Oh, he's got plenty of hair. I mean, he's got more hair in his beard than he's got in his top of his head.
Oh, his beard works, and I'll grab him by his beard.
Yeah.
So you step out
Bitch.
onto the road, like sort of out of the building, and
The ultimate disrespect to a dwarf, yes.
you see, actually, you don't see Torga. You don't see anything really. You hear some sort of commotion off, to your 11 o'clock sort of thing. You see the people that you were sort of milling about with at the mine are not there anymore. Presumably they're in the mine, and it's actually quiet. You walk out like, oh, it's like, did I just save the world? It's like you took out one, and like nothing's going on. Like what you're
saved the world, or I missed the end of it.
Exactly. So yeah, you hear like a commotion over towards you. Like I said, you're 11 o'clock.
All right, so I'll head towards that direction. Still dragging the dwarf.
All right. Well, that's going to slow your progress. It's going to make you at 20 feet per second versus 25 25 feet per round, just to let you know, because now you're carrying something bulky.
How much does he weigh?
What do you weigh?
I weigh that's a good question.
So probably a good one.
I weigh 195.
Yeah. There you go, 195. That's basically the same thing.
Okay.
All right, so we come back to the main battle, and so as the dwarf turns around to see who the hell just hit this who just launched this arrow at him, he turns around, and Torga, you see on the side of his pauldron this symbol.
Cthulhu.
No.
No Cthulhu.
Damn it!
No. Bad.
And so you're taken aback immediately. And it is now Dewey's attack. Oh, finally.
Very bad.
Great axe. Nine. Oh, dang. And Dewey ends the Grey Dwarf. And he is dead.
Thank God, because I'm not doing so hot.
It's okay.
So you guys sort of look around and like, holy crap. And first thing you guys notice is that Torga, for the first time that you've known her, is speechless. Like, she looks white as a sheet. And then you see coming around far down the road that leads into here is Eerie, dragging what looks like a gray dwarf by its beard, marching towards you guys as fast as he can. And yeah.
Wow. I'm going to look around and say, I'm gonna start healing anyone who wants to be healed, while asking Torga, honey, what's the matter? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I have. I had not seen that sigil sign for a while. Not since the night my husband died.
Oh my gosh. What was that?
That's a long story to tell. Maybe just not yet. We have much more to recover, I think.
All right.
Let us do what needs to be done, and when we are settled, I'll tell you a story.
Okay. I can accept that. Who wants to be healed? Who needs some healing touches?
Dewey looks at you and says, how about you start with yourself?
I'll get there in a minute. I'll get there in a minute.
Or over here. Whatever comes first.
All right.
You heal me, I'll heal you. I got some cure hands.
Oh,
I
Lord.
love that.
Nice.
Lay your hands
Let's
on me.
see.
Lay
All right.
your hands. Lay your hands.
Got to do it.
Okay, that is 7, 9 plus 3. You get 12 health points back, Grist.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome. You're most
Why,
welcome.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Like it.
Like a rumor.
Dewey needs some cure wounds too, right?
I can cast some cure wounds on you. So that's a D plus 2. Where's my 8?
So Erie, you
Set
you
seven.
finally
7?
get into. Sorry, 7. I didn't cut you off there. Sorry.
Okay.
So Erie, you sort of join the group after everything's done, and you're dragging the gray dwarf alongside of you, and you see, Datari and Grist sort of self-healing each other, and yeah, so you're the gang's back together.
Dewey, you need some. You got attacked pretty damn hard too. Let's get you some health. 6, 3, 9, and 3. Dewey, you get 12 points of health.
Thank you. That'll definitely help. Nice. He's back up above 50%. Thank you.
Erie, Torga, you guys okay? Did you get hurt?
I am okay, Ditari.
Okay.
Erie.
I'll
are you
survive.
okay?
Flesh wound.
You sure?
Nothing major.
Erie, are you sure?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay.
Torga, is he sure?
If he says he's sure, he is. The stubbornness of a dwarf.
I could use another drink though.
As I said, there is a story. Erie, goodness. As I said, there is a story to be told, but just not now.
Okay.
Later?
And so Dewey sort of slumps down to like one knee and like the down one knee, like the old football position, as it were, using his great axe as a stand, and he just looks up at all of you and says, "I don't know where my brother is. I don't know where the Durgar are coming from. I don't know if I can continue with you all. I have to protect my town, my folk, and I must find my brother. I don't know if he was taken as a slave. I don't know if he's in the mine, but I cannot continue."
Wow.
The one that got away, huh, Datari?
You first, Atari.
Oh, well. Other
You
orcs
first.
me.
You first and then Torga. Okay?
Well, guys, do we help Dewey or do we have to go?
We have bigger. I think we have bigger adventures ahead of us. A more important, grander scale.
No. This is woven into the grander scale.
Oh,
I mean, I'm torn. I had a very sentimental moment with this guy on the horse, and I don't know if I can leave him or not. I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable to die.
He enjoyed being the smallest spoon.
He did. Christ on a crutch.
No judgment
Christ
there.
on a crutch.
There was a impression of a feeling of safety, but
His arms were so strong.
I kind of walked into that one. Actually, technically, I rode in on it, but whatever.
God damn it. Again.
Dewey looks up at you all and sort of looks at all of you from his knee and says, "The mission you're on will not only save my town, but all the towns. You must continue. I will be here, and if I can join again, I will. But Gris said right. This is a mission for the world, not just for me."
I understand.
And
I'll find you, Maggie.
I find you.
I'll find you.
oh my god. We just got a clip. We just got a clip.
Oh my god.
I find you, Dewey.
So, Dewey stands up and walks over to Kari, and he takes your hand
Don't do it.
and opens it, like palm up, and puts something in it. And he says to you, "Come back to me with this." And you look down at it, and you open it up, and you see a very long poem. So this is nothing short to read. All the players will receive a copy of this, and you guys can read through it. But
Yes.
This is the poem that Dewey was referring to that seemed to tie itself into the larger story of the quest for the Wyvern's Tear.
Yeah.
And this will end
Yes.
tonight's adventure.
Ah!
Year 7 of the Cursed Queen of Iron Bridge.
Oh!
Damn it!
Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you
On
to
a
the
cliff.
players.
Love y'all.
Thank you to all the people in the chat. We had a great time, and we are looking forward to next Friday night to continue the story. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Bye.